Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattletales from Tales from the Vector. And this is a general or collective reading. So parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is timely reading, so it is the perfect time for you if you're watching it right now. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. There, I do think I have this lined up properly. I'm just going to double check. Yes, I do. Yay. All right. So the underlying energy, I did a short meditation. I've been doing that before I do the daily readings and the random shift readings, just to get a better idea maybe of which way they're headed. So I can shorten the readings up a bit, hopefully. It's just the algorithm likes a bit shorter of a video, and I think some of the people that are watching these prefer maybe around, even 10 minutes. I'm trying to shave off here. So let me know down in the comment box below if you prefer them longer, shorter, how you prefer them. This is talking about the Pentacle energy, the Two of Pentacles. So the Pentacle energy in the tarot, hold on just 1 minute. I forgot to close the door. There we go. Sorry about that. I forgot to close the screen door and there's just a lot of noise coming in. All right. This is talking about the Pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. This is also talking about, money, of course. Money is a big part of being happy in the 3D. Having said that, you could have all the money in the world and still not be like living the lifestyle you want. So Pentacles really are about lifestyle as well as money. And they represent the element of earth. And so it's about matters of the earth and earthly matters. This card here of the Two of Pentacles represents someone who's really busy multitasking. And that's a really good skill to have. But this card is saying be careful that you don't multitask to the point where, we start off with a small ship here and then the waves are getting bigger and the ship's bigger. This is talking about how when you get too busy, how it can just create more momentum of being too busy rather than easing the busyness. And so this is saying, don't, if you're multitasking, you want to make sure that you're still doing quality work and you're not just getting more quantity done that maybe you don't even necessarily need to do. And it's more about the quality of the work than the quantity. Otherwise, you're going to end up having to do things twice and then be caught in this loop. This energy is also talking about the energy of not just being busy, but juggling because of it. So this can sometimes talk about your work life, your play life. It can talk about having maybe 2 jobs to make ends meet. It can sometimes talk about juggling 2 lifestyles. And this is talking about juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And then we have the the Moon card. And this is talking about reckless abandon in my Oracle Tales from the Vector. And this is the Moon card, number 18. This is a gypsy. And the dragon energy here. And this is actually, this crystal is called a stellar beam. I can't remember the exact properties of it, but it is the crystal that is painted in this painting. It's really got beautiful energy. It makes you want to take off. And there is a solar eclipse happening here in this energy. This card, for years I was, hosting seminars and people would play with these cards. And this was our declutter card. And this energy has really been coming up a lot. It's talking about being prepared for change. So that, and a big part of that is being able to, if you want to be able to be like a gypsy and be able to move as quickly as possible, like if you have an opportunity coming up and maybe you decide, you know what, I want to move to a different location, I want to move to a different country or whatever. The gypsy, she just carries everything in her caravan in the background there, but not all of us are that gypsy. So this is talking about decluttering your home. And the more you, like, if you declutter your home, it will declutter your mind. And then discipline of your mind is freedom. That's how you get freedom, because it's about not having a bunch of clutter all around you. And then, like, if, let's say, an opportunity comes up, but you have to sell your home, but you have so much clutter, it takes you like 6 months to clean it out. You'd be surprised, if you haven't moved lately, how long it can take to clean a house out and package everything and box things and decide what to keep and what not to. It's a big process, especially if you've lived somewhere for a long time. I'm reminded of it because I just moved a year and a half ago and sold my home that I had at that time, and it was a lot of work. And so this is talking about being in that energy, and the solar eclipse is talking about the moon energy, the full moon, the new moon, and we did have an eclipse back on February 17th, and then we had the solar eclipse on March the 3rd. And that energy is sitting, kind of percolating on the back burner. You may not notice it that much. It's kind of like potpourri sitting on the back burner. And then, but if you look back in August, how much you've got done since February 17th, you might be shocked at how much you really have done. And that's why it's a really good idea to write down what you want to do, because that could really, if you just jot it down in a journal at the beginning of an eclipse season, and then just a page or so, just in point form. I want to get this done, da, 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 and you do that, then put it away. And when you come back to look at it around mid-August for this one, it will be 6 months in mid-August, you can really see, and it feels so satisfying to just check those boxes off. So this is just about freedom. And being able to, move forward. A lot of times we put ourselves in a situation where we can't move forward because we have too much clutter in our life. And clutter in our environment causes clutter in the mind as well, and vice versa. This is talking about being hard at making money. And that's the energy that's coming in this reading, is someone that wants to move, like move on, move through something. The moon can represent hidden secrets coming up, and we do have a new moon coming, or a full moon coming in on the 29th of June. So that's in 11 days from the time I'm doing this reading right now. And that energy is, we can feel it 3 days before and 3 days after. And this moon is in the sign of Cancer, and it's also, that's coming up, and it's also the same day that Mercury goes retrograde for, like 3.5, 4 weeks. And that energy can really make communication go a little awry. So if you have a lot to do of communication-wise, get as much of that done before the 29th of June. You might find that it goes more smoothly. This is being hard at work, making money. The Pentacle energy is talking about that. This person, it's the only card in the deck where they're actually he's literally pounding out a coin. This can say that you have 6 pentacles done and you're working on the 7th and you only have the 8th to go, or you've working on the 2nd one and you have 6 more to go. Then we have this energy here of the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is talking about someone that is highly educated, and they earn their living by using their mind more than physical labor. And so this energy, the King of Swords, would most likely represent someone that is, possibly a politician energy. We have the King here. If he's a politician, this energy is going to be like Prime Minister, President of a country. This can be, people in the Congress, in the Senate. It can represent the energy of ministers in the federal government, that sort of like someone that has a lot of clout and pull. And then we have, this can also represent the surgeon energy. This could represent veterinarians, psychiatrists, what else? This could be a best-selling author, of a book on the New York best-selling list. We could have an energy here of a journalist. Maybe this is also very much lawyer energy. So if this is a lawyer, this would most likely be a lawyer that is probably, a partner in a well-established firm. And, different lawyers specialize in different things. Generally, when the King of Swords shows up, he's most likely of all the kings to be divorced or separated. And what else about this energy? So this energy could be representing your energy, or you might be going to an expert in this field. That someone that you need to get advice from, or hire a lawyer for a business, or whatever this is. There's definitely a tower here. It's kind of interesting energy. We have like this cup of love, and this is from the divine. So this is generally when an Ace of Cups comes in, this is talking about a brand new love coming in, and it's an overflowing love. There's a dove here representing that it's peaceful, and this is a gift from the universe and from the Most High. There are water lilies growing here, and those water lilies are talking about, they grow out of the mud, out of the beauty of the mud grows, beauty grows. And so this is talking about some sort of new, it could be romantic love. Quite often that is what this card represents. But it also could be love of anyone or anything. And it even could be love of something you love to do or be. We do have a tower. The tower is talking about not listening to your intuition. The moon energy has really been coming out in all the readings in the last week in particular. And we don't really have a strong moon energy around yet. So it's really saying you need to listen to your intuition. And this is talking about the tower is when you're not, like when the tower hits, it means that you weren't picking up the signs from the universe early on. And usually if you can nip things in the bud by listening to your intuition, you're going to be way better off. So at first the universe will be whispering, hey, you might want to take care of that. You might want to clean up this clutter. There might be a good opportunity coming your way. And you're like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. But you don't. And then you get the frying pan treatment, whack over the head. And you're like, whoa, that hurt. Why did you hit me with universe? What's going on? Well, if you think that hurts, wait till, if you keep leaving this like this, you're really going to regret it. You need to pay attention to whatever this is. You still don't. Then there's the 2x4. And then finally, the lightning strikes your tower. And the next thing you know, there's people falling out of it. It's in flames. Now, this castle needs to be rebuilt. It's going to be a huge undertaking. And maybe if you nipped it in the bud, you could have prevented this. And so that it's talking about right now, this reading is saying, listen to your intuition. There's something in I can feel it right away with the energy. There's something in the energy right now. There's a storm coming. It's stormy energy. I can feel it. And then we have this energy here of the Four of Wands. Four of Wands energy is talking about marriage. Now, this could be this energy, but isn't it interesting that we have a tower in between here? In the oracle, the tower card is divorce. So it's kind of like, okay, but it's divorce. It's saying the worst divorce is from source. So, but this is when something like there's two people falling out, and one of these people is shocked, and the other one is like, oh, I knew I should have taken care of this sooner. I should have dealt with this. So this is a reality check coming in. It's going to be uncomfortable for everybody involved. Having said that, if you're on the right side of the law, of spiritual law and physical law, you're on the right side of morality, I guess you could say. You're going to, after a period of time goes by, you'll be saying, oh, that was the best thing that ever happened. I needed that reality check. Thank God. If you're on the wrong side of the law, you might be saying, whoa, man, I should have taken care of that earlier, because it's going to hit hard. This is talking about the promise of fulfillment. Like this is the official marriage card, and so that's why I'm curious why we have this promise of love from the universe and God. Then we have a tower hits, and then we have marriage. So we're going to sit on this for a little bit. This sometimes can talk about a divorce lawyer. So in any case, this is talking about, basically it's saying you have the down payment for your castle, but you still have to make the mortgage payments. Maybe the question was popped, the person said yes, and now you have to focus on the wedding, and then you have to put some energy into the relationship to keep it fulfilling. And so maybe that's advice coming in. The reason why you got divorced, maybe this was supposed to be a divine love, but you got divorced because maybe you were so busy at work that this could be workaholic energy. When, especially like this lawyer, someone like this can be research also. This can be the energy of like innovation, patents and that, and sometimes that energy engineering, so it's talking about being like kind of a workaholic energy, or having to work away from home could be causing a problem in your love life. It could be something like that, or this could be a warning that it will, if you don't do something about it, that you're going to end up losing your marriage. And this is a divine or you're going to lose someone, that you're going to lose the opportunity to meet this person, or to have this person in your life. I feel that's maybe what it's talking about as well. So just, take it how it works. Yes, because look at this. Definitely when the Queen and the King of Swords both come out, this is talking usually of a divorced couple. And so I would say that's what happened. So this is saying the Queen of Swords is, she's got her right hand or her left hand out, saying she's willing to receive. But at the same time, she has this sword in her right hand. And she's saying, if you don't come into me correct, off with your head. I'm not in the mood for bullshit. She has been there. She's done that. She has the t-shirt. She has the souvenir. She does not intend to tolerate what she tolerated here ever again. And so she has her head above the clouds and is very clear on this. So I do feel this is talking about, it could be a warning for some, like if this could be in the past and it's already happened. It could be in the present. It's happening right now. You need to do something about this, having to work so hard or working so hard, juggling, like being so busy that you don't have time for each other. That sort of energy. I feel that's what this is about. This is supposed to be, or you're too busy working to be able to get out there and meet this person that God's trying to send you. Like, get out of the house. This can sometimes represent being too domestic or not, or too wild, one or the other. And so that's what I feel this energy is talking about. The Queen has her head above the clouds. She knows what she's willing to tolerate and what she's not. And you notice, like when the King and the Queen here, they're not looking at each other. So when they come out, quite often it is, and you notice this little bird in the background here and the one here. This talks about someone that was in a couple and now they're an individual, and she's independent. I definitely feel that this energy, it's either a warning that you're headed for divorce if you don't do something very soon, and or this has already happened. And we have, look at this, because we have the actions. Action needs to be taken. Like this is talking about, this is already launched. The Eight of Wands is talking about the element of fire, and the wands are made of wood. So they're talking about having this energy of passionate action. Wood fuels fire, and that's talking passionate action. And this is saying, this energy, look at it, it's coming straight for this Queen, and it's saying she's ready to take action. This action's about to hit her. Look at this, it's actually coming from the King, and it's going to hit her in the back. That's the energy we have. I feel like there's some, when it's passionate action, it's not necessarily happy passionate action, which is the energy. I feel it's saying it's already been launched. This energy, this reality check. You've waited too long. You need to deal with it like right this second. If you're lucky, you might be able to make it a little bit less worse. All right, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, and then wanting to, you're going to want to move off to calmer waters after this. So that's what it's saying. This is a lot of it, like a lot of friction. And so the swords energy here, this is talking quite often about being in real chaos here. There's a lot of energy here, volatile, the rough water in tarot represent mixed emotions, volatile emotions. Mixed emotions are the worst kind. And, one way I can explain mixed emotions, why they're so challenging, it's because you don't know which side you want to be on. Like you have, like you're half and half about the energy. When I had both my babies at the same hospital, and that has some of the most beautiful memories of having my babies, and they were healthy and being so grateful and happy to have them. And then at the same time, my parents both passed away at that hospital and under stressful conditions. It wasn't a pleasant energy at all. It wasn't peaceful death for either of them. And so this energy was really, really challenging, because if I drove by the hospital, I didn't, like, sometimes I would think of my parents and I'd be so sad. And then sometimes I'd think about my babies and how cute they were and I'd feel so happy. It's that mixed emotion energy, like it's hard to settle that emotion. And then, but this is about wanting to move off to calmer waters. And we have this conveyor has this big long pole, and he has to dig deep into the mud to push off out of the chaos. And that's what it's talking about. And sometimes this can talk about inner child healing, like needing, there's no baggage here, and there's an adult and a child. And sometimes this can talk about like something looping around in your mind, and it's something that happened when you were a child, and maybe you don't have the whole story, or you don't have a grip, and you need some healing from your inner child. Your body remembers what happens, your subconscious mind remembers what happens, but you can't quite grab it. And so this is talking about moving off to calmer waters with God and possibly healing some inner child energy. We have the Six of Pentacles here. Now look at this. We have the Six of Pentacles, and it's saying, this energy sometimes is talking about breadcrumbing energy. It's almost like you've been so hard at work, and maybe something happened and it stalled around Six Pentacles here. And sometimes this card is talking about charity, but I feel that in this instance, this is like feeling obligated maybe to give some money to someone that's in your family or something, someone that was in trouble, and that putting you in a position where you have to work your butt off after that. Or a family business possibly, and you got breadcrumbs somehow in the energy, or there was an inheritance. There was something happened here for sure. And so this energy is talking about, these are the seeds you planted, and then the reaping the benefits of the harvest. This person is receiving coin. This one is not. There's scales of justice above his head, but if you notice, he has something in his pocket. And this quite often can represent someone who wants to risk your money, but not their own. And or they'll take great risks of getting their hands on your money, and this is an energy of you being breadcrumb, like there's missing money from this energy. This is kind of, sabotage. Wow, this has turned out to be kind of like a deep reading. Like, so this is talking about being stabbed in the back at least 10 times. Being left for unalive. There's darkness, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, though. This could be representing, we have on the 21st here, which is in 3 days, we have the solstice. And so it's going to be the shortest night and the longest day of the year, the first day of summer, basically, officially. And so this energy is saying there's going to be more light. There's more light right now than there is dark. So this energy, though, it's talking about a calculated effort to put you in this place. Like these are knives in, swords in your back. And there's 10 of them here. This can represent a decade of energy. It can, or more. It can represent 10 someone doing this to you 10 times, like on an annual basis, and it's sitting on this money here, and it's also sitting on this lawyer energy and from your childhood. This could go back way more than 10 years. It could, but what it's saying is it's been a long time. And there could be one person doing this like every year, it feels like, or this could be representing 10 different people, or 10 10 different people, or 10 groups of people, depending on how much coin there really is here. Eight Pentacles is talking about millionaire energy. So it's not a small amount of money. And this is saying that this could be a blessing in disguise. The Hierophant has his hand in the form of a blessing, his right hand, and this individual also has their hand like this. Wow. So this is really weird energy, like it's nasty energy. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming through. And see, then this is about, there's something that went on between these two, I feel. And there could be some sort of an investigation of something that happened when one of these two was a child, or this can be talking about, like, definitely I feel like this energy is coming from the king towards the queen of swords, because it's hitting her in her back. Do you see that? So it's talking like this energy here, it feels like this energy was directed by the king here towards the back here. And there's a breadcrumbing energy here. So this could be talking about a divorce that wasn't even, that there was some hidden money or something like that. And there could be an investigation going on about this. See, juggling morals here, juggling pentacles. Wow. So, and this is sitting, so the Knight of Swords energy is saying there's some sort of communication or information coming in about this energy, about this, and the breadcrumbing. And this can sometimes represent illegally making money, like counterfeit, money laundering. Wow, it can definitely represent that energy of illegally making money. This is the only card, as I said, where the person's actually making money. And the Tower is hitting. Definitely something went on in this marriage. There's hidden money somewhere, I would say. That's the energy. And I don't know, this could be a life insurance policy or some sort of energy. Like, this is nasty energy. This is like a calculated effort to put a person in this position. So this is talking about some information. There could be an investigation going on regarding all this sword energy. Regarding this divorce, I feel, and regarding this energy here. So, and hidden illusions, secrets, that's the Moon energy. So this is talking about the Knight of Swords. The knights would deliver information, and it would always be in person, because that was the only way they had, and so they would travel from kingdom to kingdom, and sometimes for miles and miles. And it would take a long time. Long distance communication was slow. But these days, this energy could definitely be, paperwork coming in. It could be, in something coming in the mail. It could be emails. This could be documents of some sort. We could have. I'm hearing the word wire transfers. What else? This could be a phone call, a text message, someone on social media contacting you, you going to an event and running into someone that all of a sudden has this information, which is exactly what you needed. You paid attention to the news at the top. What's happening at the top of the pyramid is affecting everyone below. And so you might pick up some information that way. This is definitely talking like the Knight of Swords is considered sometimes to be a fool rushing in. He's generally like, this is a very anxious state. He's definitely running away from something, and it may be from this energy, from the hidden illusions, and coming towards the energy that, the sword energy. And that's who he works for. He works for the Knight of, or the King of Swords, and or the Queen of Swords. So this could be a message she's sending the King of Swords, or this could be something about him directing this energy towards her, and there's an investigation going on. The thing about the Knight of Swords, he's considered sometimes to be a fool rushing in. We can only see half his sword. And so this could mean that he only has half the information. We can't see the point. We don't know if he can. There's a big red flag flying off the back of his helmet here. We have the horse is totally stressed out. And the horse in tarot represents the energy of heartfelt energy and passion for whatever has happened. This is talking about running against the wind through barren land. And definitely this energy is talking, someone's in, like you can just, I could feel it before we started this reading, just like I felt unsettled. Like what, and I forgot to close the window, and I was like, and I had just been watching about how there was a big storm that went through the prairies, and there was tornadoes, and it was literally ripping roofs off people's homes. Like it was wild energy, and it's kind of feeling like that kind of, heavy energy. And then we have the Page of Swords, Page of Wands coming in with information. Now I feel like this is talking about, the Page of Wands is talking about this information, and he's bringing it to the Queen. And I feel this Knight of Swords is talking about this information to the King. I feel like this is talking, the Page of Wands is delivering some information. There's been an investigation. And this is talking about this energy that's been directed toward the actions that were taken behind her back. That's the energy. You see the direction of where this is going. Wow. So this is not like, whoa. And like, so this doesn't, like, this can be divorce, like this could be a romantic divorce, and most likely is, but it could also be about business partners, or I don't know, like even on a more global scale, clashes between governments or something like that. Like there's a lot of energy here. But like as an individual thing, I feel like this is definitely talking about, if you're in the middle of a divorce and it's getting nasty, which sometimes unfortunately they do, there could be some, look into it. There could be something going on, and you need to look into it before the tower hits. And this could also be a warning to someone that if you are trying to get away with hiding money in a situation, whether that be a business dissolving or a marriage dissolving or something, you're going to get caught. Like, so you need to stop whatever you're doing here. And maybe you can, at this point, there's been a lot of energy directed this way, but maybe you could cut a deal or something with the prosecutor. I don't know. So this energy is talking about passionate action being taken, and there's information coming in about that. The Page of Wands, he is talking about, he's admiring his wand. And this is his element, the fiery, the wood fueling the fire, and the passion, talking about something that happened that was a passionate action taken. And that doesn't necessarily mean love. That means, it doesn't have to mean love. It can mean passionate action. And so he's got a feather in his cap because he's working. Now, because this energy is coming in, and we have this page, the pages they would work from the time they were 7 to 14. And this would be a real coup for them. Like he's got a feather in his cap here. He's dressed to the nines. So this information is someone that's been working for the King and Queen of Wands, possibly an energy talking about information coming in. And this is talking about the information could be from someone when you were 7 years old to 14 years old to 21 years of age, they would work, the pages would work for the king and queen at a young age, around 7 to 14. And it would be a real coup for them to get to be able to work at this age. They would start young, and it seems really young, but you have to remember back in those days, the lifespan was much shorter, and for someone even shorter than that, it's not funny, but this is like wild energy. And so this is talking about someone working, this could be talking about someone that you've known since you were a child. There's information coming in about someone that you've known since, you were in elementary school, high school, or starting college, university, around that age, that is, has been taking passionate action against you, or is coming in with this information. Or this could be about when you were that age that something happened. And, if it's not about a divorce, it could be about something that happened in your childhood. So it's definitely some sort of information is coming in. You have to be careful with the Page of Wands energy, because you may notice like he is really looking up to his wand. He's really admiring it. And quite often this is like an impulsive energy. It's talking about someone who is thinking with their little head. And they don't really have their, they can have scrambled information and scrambled thoughts when they're delivering the information or when they took the action. So this could talk about like an energy of someone, being impulsive, doing something impulsively. And then we have, because of the pentacle energy. So yeah, this is talking about, like if you're in a divorce situation, and you have to divide your assets in half. Look, we have 8 assets, eight pentacles here, and we only have 4 here. So it can be talking about not wanting to divide those assets, okay? We've got someone's leaving the city behind, leaving, and this can sometimes be leaving your comfort zone, leaving behind the place where you grew up. Sometimes this can be talking about that type of energy. Wow. Yeah, and I feel like, someone didn't want to divide the assets here. If this is a business partner or something, like there's been some of this energy here of illegally making money, or, breadcrumbing someone, like pushing a little off to the side, hiding it somewhere, that type of energy. This is the 3 levels of making money. Isn't that interesting? Because these are the only 2 cards in the tarot where the pentacles are talking specifically about making money. And so this is talking about, having just enough to pay your bills and make ends meet. This is about going after your heart and not having enough to go after your heart's desires or your crown and glory. And it's because you are dividing assets. So this energy could be talking about breadcrumbing. And it could be talking about this going on for like a long time, a very long time. Wow. And so this can talk about, it's good to be, this is to make sure that you have enough to pay your bills and everything. But sometimes people have to take risks to be able to get to the next level. And if they're here, they'll take a risk to get to this level. And maybe this wasn't such this risk was not with your money. It was with, or their money. It was with your money. Wow. Yikes, because there was disappointment in love. And this can represent this energy of a third-party involvement because of the, thinking with the little head energy, juggling morals in many ways by the looks of things. So there's there's 3 cups here, and this person's disappointed in love. And this is another thing. This card can sometimes mean conception of a baby. And sometimes this could be there's a third-party energy and someone got pregnant. Now, this could be like this could be regarding when you were a child. It's going way back, this energy, to when you were, a child. Wow. And so this can also be talking about someone really disappointing you 3 times. And this could be a lover. This could be someone that's, you know, that is a business partner, someone in your family, that type of energy. And they're asking for, just give me one more chance. I promise I'll make it up to you. And you're like, no way, 3 strikes, you're out. I'm done with this energy. And you're pressing charges or whatever. And that's what this energy, after this queen finds out this information, she's like, I am done. And there's an investigation going on now. And then sometimes this can talk about just trying to launch something and not being able to make it work, you know. It could be talking about 3 different relationships, 3 different, this could be 3 people involved in something with that are wanting to, wow, this could be the third party energy coming in. There could have been more than one third party, is what it's saying. This is really a wild reading. And then we have here a rebel with the Knight of Wands. Look at this energy. This is so crazy because we have now this Page of Wands. This is him grown up and he's become a knight. Still working for the, for the King and Queen of Wands. And so this is talking about he's coming in with this information. And look at, he has way more knowledge now. The pyramids are in the background. He's already discovered them and investigated them. This is an energy of a rebel with a cause. He's coming in. He's got this big red plume on his hat. He's passionate about this. He's bringing in this information here regarding what happened to this queen. And so this is a rebel with a cause. And he's like, see, look at this energy. This Knight of Swords is panicking. He's got to get to the King of Swords before the rebel with the cause gets to whoever, maybe to the king as well, saying, and maybe the rebel with the cause energy is the law coming in because of the investigation happening. And now someone has this is like, okay, now we're done with the investigation. Now this is someone passionate about taking action on what was done here. Wow. So this is talking about, look at, they're in a race to get there first. So he might be, and he might even be running from the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands might be really pissed off about what happened to this queen, you know, and is like tracking him down like a bounty hunter almost energy. So this is the rebel with a cause. He's got this big red plume. You see, he doesn't have a red flag. He's in his energy and he's moving forward. He has his horse reined in. He's not panicking at all. He's after this energy. That's the energy. And he's determined that this is going to happen. He's reining in his emotions. Because he knows how, like, this is someone who's very determined to catch this energy. This is one of the weirdest readings I think I've done in a very long time, Stella, but I say that quite often. But this one is definitely really wild energy here. So I'm going to clarify it. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. It's quite a tale. Just take what resonates for you, leave the rest for sure, because this is almost like a movie happening. That kind of energy. All right, and here's my star beam here. It's oh my goodness. Okay, so the energy for my oracle, the numbers on these cards represent the numbers of the paintings. There's 64 of them that are in the gallery in my website, talesfromthevector.com. And this is, I will put these numbers in the box below. So if you are trying to find out more information or get some clarity on this, you can check that out if you want to. I'll see what I can do here with this energy here. We've got, we already know about what this is. This is talking about the manifester. So this is about the sacral chakra. Yeah, manifesting a baby. I feel that there's a baby somewhere. And that baby, I'm just saying, for some of you, could be representing, that could be you as a baby. It could be talking about something that happened when you were a baby. Like You know, it could be past, present, future. That's the energy I'm picking up. Degradation, take the shame off you. Like, so if there's something, there's some sort of energy here, degrading energy, wanting to degrade someone's energy. Gossip, slander, well, sabotage here. The shooting star energy, this is the base chakra. So this is a matter of survival energy. And it's sitting on this Ace of Cups that was supposed to be a cup of love. This energy went in reverse for sure. Or this could be talking about this energy here, someone very passionate about making sure that you stay alive. And that maybe could be talking about your wish came true. If you've been asking for a knight in shining armor to come in, and it's not necessarily for love, but you need some help because you feel like you don't feel safe, this energy could be talking about that wish coming true, that there has been someone in the background and they are on it. I feel like this could even represent like FBI, that type of energy, right? Attachment. This is what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. Look at this energy. That's what, this is a karmic space of attachment. Someone that felt that what was yours is theirs and you're not getting it. They are. What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. And then we have the Libra energy. And this is talking about, definitely this is talking about this marriage. I feel it's talking about, this is definitely, it's just saying this was a married couple. That's the Libra energy and the scales of justice coming in. And then we have the guiding star. Use your intuition in this reading. This is like a movie. You know, this could be something we hear about in the news, is what I'm picking up. And then we have the having the strength to have the integrity and the courage to move forward in this energy. This is talking about keep following your guiding star. Use your intuition. See, this has been saying right from the very beginning. Use your intuition because you need to declutter your mind and take a look at things from the angle of, you might be thinking, you might be saying, I know that there's been some really nasty energy, but you don't know how nasty it is and how many people maybe are involved in it and how much money it actually is. That's what I'm picking up. And then we have justice. Wow. And redemption from karma. So this is like talking, I wonder if we do one more, what happens? Dissension. With friends like this, who needs enemies? Oh my goodness. Swimming with sharks. So justice is coming in, redemption from karma. This could be, this is talking what I was saying about this tower. A lot of people feel that karma is punishment, but karma is cause and effect of your actions, basically. And that's what this, look at, it's saying, right, about like you're going to need your strength when you find out what really happened here. It's probably going to be like some, like if what happened here happened to you, you would walk out of the theater if you were at a movie and you'd be saying there's no way that could happen. It's the plot, it's just too much. That's the energy I'm picking up. So there's definitely someone's going to get hit with karma like a big slap. And because this is talking about, this energy was sent in and was supposed to be there to protect you and didn't. And instead they got attached to the energy here. And the Libra, I just want to make sure that you understand that when I have horoscope signs come up in a reading, I'm not talking about the energy of an individual. I'm talking about what can we learn from each of the signs. If in your reading there's a Libra involved, that could be possible. But I feel like for the collective here, it's talking about saying, yes, this couple was married at one point. All right, I'm going to leave it at this. This is a different reading. I'm going to maybe go have a hot bath. That's how I feel like. I want to get away from this. All right, so I hope that you have, this has benefited someone here, more than someone, and maybe you've enjoyed the tale. And I will, yeah, give it a like and comment if it's been of benefit to you, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. All right. I had a feeling that this was going to be like an exciting reading, but I was feeling like, oh, it's going to be about moving forward, and it is, but it's a wild one. All right. Bye for now.